Hi everyone, my name is Moe and welcome to another video of Income Investors. So with me today is John Whitefoot, and we have a great dividend company for you. But before I go into any details, I want to let you know that anything you hear in this video is for information and educational purposes only. Investing comes with risk. No matter how safe an investment sounds, there are risks involved. To read more about it, please see the description below. Investing is all about taking advantage of opportunities, and America's aging population is one of those most lucrative opportunities that's out there. For example, the first wave of baby boomers started to retire in 2011. Today, roughly 10,000 people turned 65. For example, the first wave of baby boomers started to retire in 2011. Today, roughly 10,000 people retire each day. By 2030, all baby boomers will be older than 65-year-old. But that doesn't mean that the number of people retiring every day is going to decline. By 2050, the number of people retiring every day will hit 12,000. One of the real estate investment trusts that we're going to be talking about today is called LTC Properties Inc. It's traded on New York Stock Exchange under symbol LTC. They're capitalizing on that growing need for senior housing and healthcare. John, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Mo. Yeah, LTC Properties, they're an overlooked REIT, but they invest in seniors housing and healthcare properties primarily through leasebacks, mortgage financing, joint ventures, and structured financial solutions, including preferred equity and mezzanine lending. The company's investment portfolio right now includes 218 properties in 29 states with 31 operating partners. Because of the strong and growing demand for retirement homes and long-term care facilities, LTC Properties has a number of additional properties under development and is always hunting for strategic acquisitions. For example, in the first quarter of 2023 alone, LTC invested more than $128 million in 12 assisted living and memory care communities. It also invested more than $51 million in a 203-unit independent living, assisted living, and memory care community in Georgia. At the same time, the company also exits properties as well. The company sold 2 skilled nursing centers in New Mexico for $21 million and recorded a gain on the sale of $15.3 million. It also sold a 60-unit assisted living community in Kentucky for $11 million.
And how are the retiring baby boomers helping LTC's bottom line?
Again, as you said, it's a very lucrative area. During the first quarter, LTC announced that net income soared 130% year over year. Earnings per share more than doubled to 80 cents per share. Funds from operations were up 15%, and funds available for distribution rallied 20% to $30 million. And management said that the strong results came from higher rental income from transition properties, the acquisition of 4 skilled nursing centers during the second quarter of last year, completed development projects, and annual rent escalations. First quarter results were also positively impacted by higher interest income from financing receivable due to the acquisition of 11 assisted living and memory care communities during the first quarter and 3 skilled nursing centers during the 2022 third quarter.
And now let's talk about what we talk about every single time, the dividends.
Yeah, that's right. Passive income, it's what everyone really wants in this investment environment. And thanks to ongoing strength, LTC Properties has been able to reliably pay a dividend since 1992. As a side note, initially paid out a dividend quarterly, but by 2006, it entirely switched to a monthly payout. What's important to keep in mind if you look at the chart is that the company's distribution schedule remained unchanged during the pandemic. Many retirement healthcare facilities got hammered during the pandemic and took on huge financial losses because of COVID-19 and the spread of the virus in such close quarters. But despite those headwinds and ongoing uncertainty during the pandemic, LTC Properties continue to pay and maintain its monthly dividend at 19 cents per share. Most recently, in this past April, LTC Properties announced that it declared and maintained a monthly dividend of 19 cents per share. And it announced that it was going to be paying that for April, May, and June. The company's dividend stands at 7.03% with a dividend rate of 2.28 annually. And some people might think, companies of high yield dividend because the share price is falling, but that's simply not the case with LTC Properties. That high yield dividend isn't a fluke. The trailing annual dividend yield is 7.03%, and the 5-year average dividend yield is 5.79%. The point being, it's maintaining a high dividend yield as part of the company's long-term investing strategy. Yeah, in addition to having a reliable dividend, LTC Properties also has a history of raising its dividend. It's not consistent, it's not every year, but it happens often enough that a future dividend hike is certainly in the cards.
And you mentioned about this earlier as well. Now let's talk about what are the unit price of LTC doing?
In addition to reliable monthly dividend, LTC stock has been rewarding buy and hold investors. And actually, before the pandemic, it was trading at record levels. For the 10-year period ending December 31st, 2019, LTC stock with dividends reinvested returned profits of around 180%. For the 10-year period that ended December 31st, 2022, just this past December, total shareholder value was still an impressive around 71.5%. It's been trading in a pretty tight range as of late, and despite strong results, LTC Properties is currently trading down 8% year to date. Not what investors want to hear, but Wall Street thinks LTC Properties is undervalued and poised to trend considerably higher. The average 12-month share price forecast for LTC Properties is $36.40, with a high estimate of $40. This points to potential gains of approximately 12% to 25%. I'm not sure if that sounds like a lot to some, but there are respected analysts that believe the S&P 500 could fall anywhere from 20 to 40% this year. So those are pretty solid numbers.
John, thank you so much for talking about LTC Properties traded on New York Stock Exchange under symbol LTC. Just to recap, LTC has a diverse portfolio of senior housing and healthcare properties. It continues to report solid earnings, has cash flow to support distribution, and it pays monthly dividend. It could be a great addition to someone's portfolio who's looking to add income plays. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, we'll be back soon with another idea. But if you want to read more of what John is writing, head to incomeinvestors.com. And also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.